Yeah, we're at the Augrabies waterfall, of course the place of the big noise, or Augrabies. And yeah, World Ranger Day being observed today, of course, rangers from across the Sun Parks family, so all the parks in South Africa converging here at Augrabies, and of course the Minister David Nanya is of course leading that celebrations. Just to observe the sacrifices that these rangers make to protect our fauna and flora. In this province, of course, what is under most threat, of course, is the succulents up in the Richtersveld. So a lot of species in those areas, of course, being poached. But of course, in other areas, you have rhino being poached, and so on. But let's talk to Property Mokoena, of course, from SunParks Park Division. Property, tell us, in terms of this World Ranger Day, why is it so important for you to observe it?
Yeah. No, thank you very much, and good morning. It is very critical that we celebrate World Rangers Day. It's a global day which recognizes the work which the rangers are doing in all conservation areas. So it gets celebrated globally, and secondly, it recognizes the fallen rangers who lost their lives on the line of duty. So this year it's a 20th anniversary of celebrating this day. So all the protected areas and national parks, both nationally and provincially and globally, are honoring this day for our rangers. Remember, we say our rangers, our heritage, and our future.
So, Mr. Mokoena, tell us, in terms of this year, looking back from this World Ranger Day up to last year, fatalities and injuries among your ranks.
Yeah, we've modernized the rangers' work, especially in South African national parks. A ranger of today is sort of capacitated in terms of technology, in terms of the equipment which they carry. But I must say that in the course of their activities, because they are exposed to harsh environments and dangerous environment with the big fives, we have sort of 23 injuries which has happened this year, and we had only one fatality, which happened in Marakele National Park, outside the park. And we don't want that to happen. We want to maintain a clean sheet when it comes to ranger work, because remember, what the work they do, they don't do only for us, they do for future generation. SunParks' mandate is to conserve and control and manage national parks for current and future generations. How do you do that? You implement that by using rangers on the ground or on the front line to do that work.
And then, of course, we know poaching remains a big problem. Here in the Northern Cape, we know in the Richtersveld, there are succulents being poached. What are the most poached animal or species, in South Africa today?
Yeah. No, South Africa, because it's one of the mega biodiverse countries, which means it's rich when it comes to biodiversity, which means we've got more species in this country. And SunParks manages about 4 million hectares of land, which is a big conservation estate. That on its own creates a challenge. We know that we've got the issue of rhino poaching, which is happening within South Africa, and in the arid region or in the Northern Cape, because this biome consists of a lot of succulents species or succulents plants. That's a major challenge we have here, but we are doing all our work with various stakeholders to make sure that we minimize that poaching of succulent. We work with SABC and other key people of interest. We even rehabilitate whatever we confiscate from poachers. But I must say, in this region, it's more of succulent species or succulent plants which are poached here.
Thank you very much. Property Mokoena, of course, the managing executive for park divisions here at SunParks, just talking to us about the significance of the day in Fundu, and of course talking about the rangers who are basically the last defense between the various species being poached here in the country, but of course also the plant species that become under threat as they are being poached and of course illegally exported to other countries. Well, the celebrations will continue for the rest of the day in Mfundo, and well, that is it from Augrabies here in the Northern Cape.